Hi, welcome again in my channel. Today we are going to read aloud about Jack and the beanstalk. From the Care Bear said a story. Ready everyone? Let's start it. Long ago, there was a poor widow and her son, Jack. They were so poor they didn't even have money to buy food. So Jack's mother sent him to market to sell their only cow. He foolishly traded the cow for just a few beans. His mother was so upset. She threw the beans out the window. When Jack awoke the next morning, he couldn't believe his eyes. Where his mother had thrown the beans, a tall beanstalk had grown. It goes all the way into the clouds, Jack said in amazement. I'll climb it and see how high it has grown. Jack climbed and climbed until he reached on the top. There in the clouds, he was met by a friendly fairy who told him how his family had become so poor. Long ago, your mother owned a magic flower. Each of the flower's petals were gold, and whenever you pick a petal from the flower, a new gold petal would grow in its place. The fairy continued her story. A wicked giant came and stole your mother's flower. It has made him rich, and now he lives there. She pointed to a distant castle. You might get the flower back if you are clever, but very careful, for he is an angry, dangerous giant. He cannot see well, but he can smell, even a small bear like you. Jack went to the castle, but it was so large that he couldn't even open the door. Jack hid out from until Jack hid out front until the giant came out. Then he snuck by him. But the giant thundered, Fee, fi, foo, fair. I smell the fur of sneaky little bear. Thinking fast, Jack scurried to the castle's dining room and hid inside a giant bowl of fruit. From the fruit bowl, Jack watched until he saw where the giant kept the magic flower. Then he waited until the giant was resting after his meal. Jack saw one of the giant's eyelids droop, then the other. Soon the giant began to snore big, giant snores. Jack grabbed the magic flower and tiptoed away. But before Jack got very far, the giant woke up and sniffed the air. Fee, five, too fair. I smell the fur of a sneaky little bear, he thundered. Jack ran for the beanstalk as fast as he could. The giant ran after him. The clouds shook with the giant's every step. Jack made it to the stalk and slid down it. The giant tried to follow Jack, but he was too heavy, and the stalk broke. The giant fell through the air until he landed on another cloud. But the cloud was blown by the wind and carried the giant far, far away. From that day on, thanks to the magic flower, Jack and his mother always had enough to eat. Because they had plenty, they were always ready to share with others in need. And because they share, unlike the grumpy, selfish giant, they were always happy. Well, that's the end of the story of the Jack and the Beanstalk. Thank you. See you, everyone.